see where we at. You know, remember when you were you used to get your hair pressed. I mean, these days they don't know nothing about no pressurization of the hair, but they used to be like this with the comb, like, it's hot, let's go. Needy people keep me on my knees in prayer for help. Why? They just get on my nerves. I'm just gonna be frank with you. Because you are needy for no apparent reason. Here's the deal. If you are not like able to do something, that is totally different from you being able to do something, but you still like being needy. Like, stop. But my thing is, like, why you can't do stuff on your own? Why you can't do it by yourself? But then in the end, you want to get the credit for it. That's what really get me. So let's say I'm like, hey girl, yeah, I was gonna check and see if so-and-so could do, like, write me up a speech. But in the end, so-and-so gonna write the speech, but you gonna get the credit. And you probably not gonna say, I wanna thank so-and-so or whatever. I just don't like it. Like, just lazy. I think if you needy, you lazy. And it makes no sense. Like, it does not make any sense. You can be lazy, but be lazy by yourself. Don't ask me to do nothing for you. Can you do? No, because you can do it yourself. You making the choice not to do it yourself. And I worked hard for where I need to be. Like, people on YouTube, like, everybody thinks that, oh, I'm going to be a famous YouTube star. My goal on YouTube is not to be famous. My goal on YouTube is just to be myself, do me, and whatever happens, happens. Like, I don't need to be famous. What is this whole thing about being famous anyway? Like, is it really like, oh my gosh, like, oh my gosh, she's so famous? Like, yeah, people are famous, but fame comes with a price. Have you ever noticed, not everybody, I'm gonna give you some examples, but a lot of people who are famous, like, it just seems as though they have the fame, but that's just about it. Sometimes to me, that seems to be like all that they have is fame. Like, nothing else in their life seems to be going right. Like I was saying, people in the music industry, like, most of them, there's a high percentage. Please don't, like, if you hypersensitive, this is not the channel for you. Don't if you hypersensitive. But I'm saying, like, for people who are in the music industry, like, a lot of there's a small percentage of people in the music industry who have not been on drugs, or who have not been in some type of scandal that pretty much has tarnished their name to a significant degree or something like that. In acting, there have not been a lot of people, you know, in acting in their career who haven't been involved in a scandal or something like that. And it seems a lot like people in reality, like people who have these reality TV shows, like, number one, they always have some scandal. And number two, have you noticed that a lot of times too, like, they get divorced, like, their relationships don't last. I don't know if that's a product of fame, but I'm just like, people like tend to look for void fillers. That's what I want to call it, a void filler. You know, in different things. And so, like, with YouTube, a lot of people want to be famous, but you needy and you don't want to do nothing, you lazy. You don't want to be famous. Everybody think we like in this popcorn generation where everything got to be just immediate. Like, I want immediate gratification. Like, right now, I want to feel good right now. And I think that's why a lot of people on drugs. That's why we got all these psycho people out here. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to be successful. Don't get me wrong. But I'm like, you need to take care of yourself first. Like, you want to be successful, but you can't take care of yourself. Like, you ain't even got your mind right. Like, you already on crack, and then you want to go into the music industry and be a rapper. And I'm so sick of these African American boys saying, I want to be a rapper. You know, I'm working on my next. How many of you have actually made it? There is nothing wrong with an aspiration or a goal, but there is something wrong when that is your only goal. And especially if it's something like that, to where the force, like, the area that you're trying to go into, it's like extra competitive. Like, you have to work extra hard. Like, some people work like their whole freaking life to be where they are today, and you think that you do one bar on Instagram, YouTube, and everybody like, oh yeah, I want him now. Like, you like, I came in the bank and I stole some money, and then I ran and got caught by the cops. Everybody wanna be me. Pop. Share my local Cocoa Pop. Give me some of that. I want some Cocoa Puffs now and never, and now. Pop. Give it to me, baby, because I got. Like, what are you doing? What? and you post that, and then you like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be famous, and all your songs sound like that. When are you gonna be real with yourself and tell yourself that, dude, you not a good rapper, girl, you not a good singer. But you are a good cook. You are a good, you know what I'm saying? Just be real with yourself. If you know like something you're not good at, there are two options. You can either lie to yourself. Well, there are three options. Number one, you can lie to yourself and continue pursuing that and never get anywhere with it, because you ain't gonna get nowhere if you're not good at it. Or number two, you can try to perfect your craft by spending your time and your money and things like that, but you're gonna have to spend time and money on it to perfect it. Or you know, you can just move on to something and find another talent that you're good at. Like, everybody's not going to be famous. Everybody's not going to be rich. People need to be content with what they got. Like, we just don't never, we're not ever content. Like, I don't live in the best of neighborhoods, and I don't live in the worst of neighborhoods. I live in a good neighborhood. There are black people, white people, Hispanics, Asians, whatever. But just because I don't live in a neighborhood like Pearland or Woodlands or anything with a land on it, that don't mean that I'm not successful. I think our aspect of success has been skewed. Like, in order for you to be successful, you gotta have the biggest house, you gotta have the 45 cars, you gotta have your private jet, you gotta have new hair every week, it's like, dude, no you don't, because the richest people don't go around flaunting their richness. Millionaires don't go around showing you that they're millionaires. That's why you sitting up here getting robbed, because you're putting all your business on social media. Stop doing it. Like, I was watching somebody's YouTube video, and they talking about they had a stalker. So I'm like, oh, that's very unfortunate. Let me watch this video. Come to find out, like, this person, like, when they go to different hotels, they, you know, do a review of the hotel and, like, record it, which is cool. That's really cool. Awesome. But then they put their location on there. That is the most dangerous thing, and that is one of the stupidest things that I've ever seen in my life. Like, location, you want people to know where you are at all times? Heck no. And you know, you putting a location up there, but then you want to say, I got a stalker, but you just put your location on there for everybody to see. So when Billy Joe knocking on the restaurant window like, hey, and you like, I don't know him. You put your stuff online. Stop, that's dangerous. Stop putting your stuff online like that. Another example, you going on vacation, and like when I go on vacation, I don't post anything until I get back. Because nobody needs to know where I'm at. I'm on vacation. My house is vacant except for my family and close friends. So what sense do it make for me to go all the way to Africa, knowing my behind can't fly back from Africa in an hour, and post on there, just arrived in Africa, everybody looking to have a great time, and a burglar sitting right there like, dude, she's in Africa. We got all week to rob a house, man. So on Monday, we gonna go for the jewelry. On Tuesday, what are you doing with your life? Please stop it right now and stop. I don't even know what the freaking the location thing is for. I don't know. Like, why is there a location thing on everything? That is the craziest thing to me. So, not saying you deserve to have a stalker, like in that instance with that YouTuber, but if you putting your darn address or your location on stuff, and you know that there are Psycho Sallys and Psycho Billies out there, you asking for somebody to come and pretty much stalk you. So if you don't want to be stalked, especially if you're famous, stop putting all your business out there on the street. Now, with famous people, it's different, because you can't help the fact that you having appearances or like a meet and greet, like that kind of stuff. Of course, like you have to advertise for that kind of stuff. But I'm just saying, like on your leisurely time, like you out to eat with bae, don't post that the location. And don't post, like when I'm on vacation, I don't post pictures until I get back. Or if I'm posting pictures while I'm away, it's because somebody at my husband at my house with his Glock. And so you try to bust up in here, and he gonna be like, break yourself, fool. You already saw the gun range video. If you have not seen it, please go and see it, because I know somebody's here. So in the end, I mean, I just don't understand it. And especially for younger people, like it's unfortunate that you can't do that. Like, it would be a nice tool, but there are too many crazy people that are fanatics, And like they don't have like a sane mind. And for you fanatics who are crazy, they are just people. Like famous people are just people. I have never been like a fanatic. Like when I see Beyonce, I'm not gonna pass out and start crying. Yes, I'm gonna be excited, but my thing is, dude, in the end, she's just a person just like me. So it's no point in me like stalking Beyonce. What is Beyonce doing? And I hate when people act like famous people can't make mistakes. You made the mistake and you just didn't get caught. Boo, who you fooling? When that whole Bill Clinton stuff came out, everybody like, oh my God. You know, what was her name? The lady, I don't know. But it was like they demonized him. But I'm like, boo, you probably sleeping around on your wife right now. And you ain't been caught. So don't act like none of us angels, we done all done our dirty work. The only difference is that when you on TV and when you in the public and when you famous, boo, you just get caught. But everybody has done some dirt. So leave those famous people alone. Leave them alone. Like they can make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't know. We just have these unrealistic goals. And that was my tangent. You know, I don't know. I just wanted to talk about it. I'm back. Somebody probably like, is she bipolar? No, I'm not. I'm back again. So that's what I wanted to talk about. This cute, huh? I made the right choice. So in the end, just leave the famous people alone because it's unfair to them. And I don't understand how people who are famous, I don't understand how you can do it. Like you got somebody jumping out of the bush taking pictures of you. Jump out of a bush and take a picture of me and watch what happened live on TMZ. Jump out of it because I'm a jump and my fist gonna jump right in your face with a smile. Like you can't, like paparazzi people, what is wrong with you? Like how would you feel if somebody jumped out of the bush and was like, chicken? Oh, that's just normal to you, paparazzi? No, that's not normal. If you with your kids, like you go do that in the hood, you gonna get shot. Ain't nobody finna jump out like, hey, and you just like, hey, Billy, how are you? You gonna get shot, bam, right in your face. And it's self-defense. So what you gonna say about that? You can't say nothing because you shouldn't be jumping out of bushes trying to get people and give me this shot. Oh, I got this shot because Jimmy gonna get shot, okay? And then when Jimmy gets shot, ain't nobody gonna be there to save Jimmy. So Jimmy, stop jumping out of them bushes with your paparazzi self because one day somebody gonna shoot you. But shout out to all famous people. It's sad that you can't live a private life. I just wish people would leave famous people alone. Like, and people just are crazy. Like, people just so crazy. So if you don't want nobody like stalking you or anything like that, I'm gonna put on some lipstick while I'm waiting for it to warm up. Not saying that you can do everything in your power to be safe and have precautions. That does not mean that you won't fall prey to, you know, stalkers and things like that. But at least you did everything in your power. You know what I'm saying? At least you tried. Like, you not out there just, we out here, y'all. Anybody want to come and do a meet and greet? Yeah, the psycho want to come and do a meet and greet and blow your darn head off. Because he's psychotic and don't have no common sense, or she's psychotic. So I'm just like, if you don't want people stalking you, like the safest way, like don't be putting your business up there. Like I was saying, just don't put your business out there. You way across the world and you can't do nothing. You gonna call Billy and tell Billy, I think somebody at the house. And you can have the best security in the world, but and the best thief in the world can come and rob your house. What if I was like, hey girl, so I want to finish my YouTube video like this. I'm just kidding. I want everybody to be safe and covered by the blood of Jesus. But sometimes I feel that we are the reason, not for the season, but we are the reason sometimes for the things that we go through. Like, we just be doing stupid stuff out here. And then when people, like, catch us, they catch me outside, it's like you want to be all bewildered, but you did it. But this is it. I'm going to take pictures when I'm done with it, and I'll be back, guys. Thank you for getting ready with me, and I'm going to show you some pictures in the end to let you know how it turned out. Thanks for watching. See you guys later.